Oh, yes. We're going to talk about Knives Out. Oh, yes. What's up, guys, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Knives Out, the newest film from director Rian Johnson, and it stars Daniel Craig, Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, Don Johnson, Katherine Langford, Michael Shannon, LaKeith Stanfield, Edie Patterson, Noah Segan, Jaeden Martell, and Christopher Plummer. So in Knives Out, we have the Thrombey family. The Thrombey family is a very wealthy, well-to-do family. Their patriarch is a well-known writer, and one day the housemaid, executive, whatever you want to call it, walks in to find the patriarch, who is played by Christopher Plummer, dead, assumed to be murdered. And of course, in that process, we have the cops coming in, LaKeith Stanfield and Noah Segan, who play the main cops. And of course, we have Daniel Craig, who's playing Benoit Blanc, and he is kind of like that Hercules Poirot from Agatha Christie, where he is very intuitive with what he's trying to figure out, and he is very good at what he does. But why he's there is a mystery, and that's what this movie is. It's a whodunit mystery. And I'm very interested in whodunit mysteries because they're fun. The end conclusion is always fun to see it wrap up. And it's just I love these types of movies. And Rian Johnson, who I'm a big fan of, I love Looper, which is one of my favorite movies that came out that year. And of course, I like Last Jedi. I'm sorry, but I do. It's interesting to see him go from what he usually is known for doing, which is capers, and going into something like a whodunit murder mystery. It's a complete change of course for Rian Johnson himself. And the thing that you have to have in these types of movies is not only you have to have an interesting story and a great twist and a great motive for all the things that are going on, but you have to have great characters and great character actors and actresses. And this movie's got it in spades. Everybody in this movie is well known. They're very famous, but they are really good in this movie. Everybody from, Jamie Lee Curtis to Don Johnson and Michael Shannon, they're really, really good at what they do. So they're really perfect in the roles they're playing here. And they're really sneaky and snidey. And they're the type of characters you would see in these types of movies as the people trying, because they go for a will reading, that you could see them maybe possibly murdering the main patriarch. But you also have like the smaller characters. You have Toni Collette's character, who is the wife of one of the sons who has recently passed away. And then of course you have the other characters. Riki Lindhome is in this movie as one of the wives of the husband. But this movie mainly centers around three characters outside of the family itself. It centers on Ana de Armas, who is kind of the caretaker of the patriarch, and it also focuses on Chris Evans, who is one of the sons of the Christopher Plummer character, patriarch character. And then we have Daniel Craig, who is the main thrust of this movie as Blanc. And it's just a fantastic group of characters. They are so much fun to watch. But Ana de Armas is the revelation in this movie. She has been coming up as her own for a while now. She was fantastic in Blade Runner 2049, and she sells a character that is just perfect in her innocence and the way, how she reacts to everything. And she is just so good. Everybody was talking about maybe a possible Oscar nomination, and yeah, she's just really, really good in this movie. She makes this movie stand out really, really well. And then on top of that, you got Daniel Craig, who is doing an amazing Southern accent like he did in Logan Lucky. It's just, oh my God, it's fantastic to listen to and watch. And he is so over the top and goofy. But you want to see him do other movies. You want to see sequels to this movie, which I don't know if Rian Johnson will ever do, or if there will ever be sequels with Daniel Craig. But he gives you that aura of a guy who really knows his stuff, and he really is kind of seeing through the lies and the BS and all that good stuff. So it's really, really fascinating to watch him kind of understand and start figuring out what exactly happened, which is really cool. And of course, you have Chris Evans, who is back in that, snidey, cocky, kind of an a-hole like you saw in like Fantastic Four and all those, teen movies that he was in. He's just a great character, and it's nice to see him do something different than his Captain America character, which he was fantastic in. But I love what Chris Evans is doing here. He's just like the smarmy a-hole, the dark, the black sheep of the family. It's really fun to watch. But like I said, the main thrust of the storyline, which I don't want to give away because there's so many twists and turns, and Rian Johnson specifically said don't give away the ending, which I understand, I will honor. But the movie is just so much fun. There's so much good stuff going on in here. It doesn't go to many places. It's not a very big budget movie. Probably the actors got most of the money. But you can get a sense that after Last Jedi and all the crap that Rian Johnson went through with Last Jedi, he really wanted to scale down his ideas and filmmaking, but do something really unique. And that's what he is doing here. It's really fascinating to watch him take a well-known genre and kind of just have fun with it. He is kind of the whole idea of the Knives Out title being kind of like a double play on words, with like Knives Out with murders and stuff like that, and then Knives Out with like the anger issues that people have, and there's a perfect character in this played by Jaeden Martell, who plays the son of one of the people in the film. And he's always on his phone. He's like the typical millennial or whatever generation we're currently in. And it's a very, you can tell it's a very much a commentary on the Twitter culture and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, the movie is just, it's having its cake and it's eating it too. It's having so much fun doing it. The music's perfect. There's a lot of blues in this movie, which is what Rian Johnson's really known for. His colors, his angles, his looks and feels, and how he shoots things. When there's a point where they're at night and all you can see is like the outline of their eyes, and everything else is dark and black, and it's really cool. And yeah, this movie is just, it's so much fun. It's so entertaining, and it's just a blast to watch. There are a few cuss words in this movie, a few F words, I think it is, but it's still PG-13. So I think you could take your family to see it and enjoy it. But, just remember that this is a movie that does so much with so little, and all the characters, all the actors and actresses in this movie are having so much fun. And when the story officially concludes, you're like, you know what? That was a lot of fun. It wasn't like the most perfect movie in the world. It wasn't like the most complex movie in the world, but it's still an entertaining movie, and that's all I want. Whether it'll go in my top 10 of the year, I don't know, but as of right now, it is. But yeah, it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's exactly what I wanted out of a Rian Johnson whodunit film. So there you go. That's my take on Knives Out. Let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite whodunit film? Like I said, I really like The Murder on the Orient Express that came out last year. I know Knives Out doesn't come out till Thanksgiving, so this is a very, very early review. But that'll do it. Hit the subscribe button, join Movie Emporium, hit the notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next, and of course, comment below on any video that you watch on my channel. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these 2 videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.